Well, good. It seems very powerful, so I don't go too far in case I get stuck again.
Good afternoon from Woodleigh Park. You're very welcome to our live streaming of today's AIL Division 1B 17th round match between Highfield and Navan. Highfield are second on the table with 53 points, 16 behind leaders Old Wesley and 1 point ahead of Shannon. They've won 11, drawn 1 and lost 4 of their matches so far. Navan are bottom of the table on 18 points. They're 4 points behind Malone and are fighting for survival in Division 1B. They'll be hoping for a good result this week. Highfield will be anxious to bounce back after last week's narrow loss to Naas, 27 points to 22. And there are a number of changes from last week's team, with Cathal Gallagher replacing Ryan Murphy at number 7, and Paddy O'Toole replacing James Taylor at number 13, and Colin O'Neill coming in on the right wing. And your teams for this afternoon's clash will line out as follows. For Navan, number 1, Alex McGoey. Number 2, David Clark. Number 3, Owen King. Number 4, Owen Noonan. Number 5, Lee Jackson. Number 6, Conor Hand. Number 7, Ben McIntaggart. Number 8, Conor Ryan. Number 9, Keith Kavanagh. Number 10, Ben Daly. Number 11, Sean McIntaggart. Number 12, Rianne Verderweyer. Number 13, Evan Dixon. Number 14, Rory Gordon. Number 15, Paddy Fox. And the replacements, number 16, Owen O'Reilly. 17, Ronan Hannon. Number 18, Andrew Beggy. Number 19, Evan Gordon. Number 20, Colm O'Reilly. Number 21, Willie McAleese. And the Highfield team will line out as follows. Number 1, James Rochford. Number 2, Travis Coomey. Number 3, Dara Fitzgerald. Number 4, Dave O'Connell. Number 5, Fintan O'Sullivan. Number 6, Ronan O'Sullivan. Number 7, Cathal Gallagher. Number 8, Maya Cronin. And number 9, Chris Bannon, captain. Number 10, Shane O'Riordan. Number 11, Luke Kingston. Number 12, Mark Dorgan. Number 13, Paddy O'Toole. Number 14, Colin O'Neill. And number 15, Sam Burns. And the substitutes, number 16, Robert Murphy. Number 17, Michael Delan. Number 18, Owen Keating. Number 19, Eddie Earl. Number 20, Dave O'Sullivan. And number 21, Ian O'Donoghue. And Ian O'Donoghue is a late replacement in the substitutes for Colin O'Neill, who's a late replacement for James Taylor on the starting 15. And first on the pitch for today's clash are Navan. We'll be hoping for a good result here today as they battle to stay in Division 1B. Beautiful afternoon here at Woodleigh Park. A light breeze, a little bit cold, but very dry, bright sunshine. Perfect day for good rugby. So let's hope that the two teams serve us up a good exhibition of rugby here this afternoon. Today's game is being streamed thanks to the generous support of our sponsors, Jim McCoy of Perfect Reception, Ireland's leading hotel call provider that makes sure Irish hotels never miss a call. If you would like to know more about Perfect Reception, why not check their website at www.reception.ie. I would also like to give a shout out to our main club sponsors, STS Group, and to Liam Lenihan in particular. Over recent years, the STS Group have been hugely supportive of the club, and we'd like to express our appreciation of this ongoing support. Thank you to STS. And a very warm welcome to all our club members and friends who are based away from home. Many indeed joining us today from all parts of the globe. You're all very welcome, and if you'd like to play your part to help the club, why not play the Club Lotto online on the website www.highfieldrfc.ie. You can be in with a chance for winning from just €2 per week, and it will be a great help for our much needed funding for the club. The Lotto jackpot this week will be €5,300. And now Highfield come on the pitch, led by Captain Chris Bannon. Both teams will be anxious to get a good start today. A win means a lot to both teams. A referee today is Daniel Carson of the IRFU. And Highfield will kick off.
Get up there, Highfield.
The wind is slightly in the face of Shane O'Riordan as he prepares to kick off to get the game underway.
Get up there, Highfield.
So Shane O'Riordan, Highfield out half, testing the wind, breeze a little in his face, and we're underway. Taken there by Lee Jackson for Navan. Ball is set up just outside the 22. Keith Kavanagh, scrum half, goes with the box kick. It's high in the air, not a great deal of distance. Well taken by Chris Bannon, the Highfield captain. Into Dara Fitzgerald. Lovely one-handed layoff by Fitzgerald to Ronan O'Sullivan. Bannon, Shane O'Riordan. Hits Mark Dorgan on the burst. Bannon finds O'Riordan again. Out to Colin O'Neill. O'Neill driving forward. Bannon. Dara Fitzgerald, the big prop yet again. Up to take. Bannon finds Shane O'Riordan. Back to Paddy O'Toole. O'Toole well tackled by Rian van der Veer. Back to O'Riordan. Dorgan on the charge. Good clean out there. Bannon again. This time finds Cathal Gallagher. Gallagher sets it up. Bannon, O'Riordan, Rochford, and James Rochford there. Unlucky, his first touch of the ball. The ball is spilt, and we'll have the first scrum of the game to Navan. Lively start. Highfield pulling the ball through the hands, attacking right across the pitch. And Navan defending stoutly. And winger Sean McIntaggart receiving a little attention there for Navan. So we'll resume with the first scrum of the game. And both teams again will be looking for a bit of supremacy here. Highfield with Rochford, Coomey and Fitzgerald facing McGoey, Clark and Owen King. Keith Kavanagh to put in for Navan. First scrum of the game. Both front rows will be hoping to put down a marker here. Kavanagh puts it in. Scrum is moving. Navan have got a bit of a nudge. In at number 8. And Navan get the penalty. Good work by the Navan front row. Ball's out to McIntaggart. He's still going. Goes out the line. Nice pop there by number 8. Conor Ryan. Comes out. Kavanagh. Out the line from Ben Daly. Well tackled there. Kavanagh again. Out Daly. Pops it to the number 8, Conor Ryan again. Ryan makes good ground there. Kavanagh. Out to Dixon. And out the line. Out to the wing. To Rory Gordon. Kavanagh digging for it. This time sends it to Alex McGoey. Out the line again. This time Daly kicks over the head of Sam Burns. Burns collects. Stumbles. Gets support from his captain, Chris Bannon. O'Riordan blocked down. Sean McIntaggart got onto the ball. Kavanagh out to Daly. Well tackled there. Set again. Kavanagh pops it out. Out to Owen King. And this time Owen Noonan sets it up. Good attacking position here for Navan. They're keeping in the forwards. Picked there by Ryan. Owen King. Kavanagh. Out the line. Intercepted by Shane O'Riordan. Luke Kingston. Kingston on the break. Great break by Kingston. Almost got away. Bannon. Long pass to O'Riordan. Out the ring to Maya Cronin. Cronin. Well tackled there by Ben Daly. Bannon finds Ronan O'Sullivan. Well tackled as well. Bannon out the line. Luke Kingston breaks the tackle, sets it up. Bannon to O'Riordan. O'Riordan to Paddy O'Toole. O'Toole makes a half break. Pops, beautiful pop to Dorgan. Dorgan looking right and left. Finds O'Neill on the wing and back inside to Sam Burns. Great handling by the entire back line there. And Burns goes under the posts for an excellent try for Highfield after 5 minutes of the game. So first try of the game, scored by fullback Sam Burns after some excellent work by Luke Kingston. And Colin O'Neill. Great handling. Finished with fullback Sam Burns going under the post for the first score of the game. Just over 5 minutes gone. And now O'Riordan with the conversion. Makes no mistake from that distance. So Shane O'Riordan converts Colin O'Neill's try and Highfield lead 7 points to 0. And Navan will be a little disappointed there. They were in a good attacking position themselves. But an intercept by Shane O'Neill led to a great break by Luke Kingston and finished with the ball going through the hands on a number of occasions. Great support from Chris Bannon as well. And Highfield will be very pleased with that start after 5 minutes. Long kick-off. Comes to Luke Kingston. Feeds it inside to Shane O'Riordan. O'Riordan with a big right boot. And he finds a very safe touch. Just 2-3 metres short of the halfway line. Super clearance there by Highfield number 10, Shane O'Riordan. Good defence there. Well taken by Kingston. Well cleared by O'Riordan. Now Navan. Forwards have a little bit of a meeting before the message comes to David Clark. Clark gets his instructions from Alex McGoey and prepares to put into the line out. Very well taken there by Owen Noonan. Keith Kavanagh. Kavanagh. Out to Rian van der Veer. This time, number 8 Conor Ryan is stopped on the halfway line. Kavanagh out to Daly. The kick through, Bannon is under it. Takes it well. Sidestep, well tackled. Held there by Sean McIntaggart. Gets to the ground. Bannon did well to get to ground there. Darragh Fitzgerald out to O'Riordan. Ronan O'Sullivan. Unfortunately, the pass was a little behind him, and O'Sullivan knocked it on under pressure. Great line speed there by the Navan defence, and under pressure, Ronan O'Sullivan passed a little behind him, knocked it on. So promising position here for Navan. A scrum right in the centre of the pitch, just outside the Highfield 22.
Let's go, big scrum!
And Navan won the penalty in the first scrum. So Highfield will be looking to do better this time out. So Kavanagh to put in. The scrum goes down.
Nice finger.
And scrum in the middle of the park. So Kavanagh's got the choice of coming right to out half Ben Daly or going left to number 12 Rian van der Wever. So we have the reset. Solid scrum again from Navan. Told to use it. Highfield get the pressure on. Nice work there by the out half. Ben Daly. Kavanagh inside to the big number 8, Ryan. Set up there in the middle by the prop, Alex McGoey. Kavanagh looking for the gap. And great work there by Highfield number 8, Maya Cronin. Superb jackal there by Cronin. The minute the player went to ground, Cronin locked onto the ball and used his great strength to win the penalty for Highfield. Excellent work there by the big Highfield number 8. And Shane O'Riordan with the right boot, the trusty right boot, will look to get as much distance as he can into the wind, and a decent kick just inside the 10-metre line. And Highfield will have the line out. The first put into the line out for Highfield's Travis Coomey. The Highfield line out has been very successful all season, and Coomey will be looking to find his man again this time out. And it goes over O'Connell, but it comes to big Cronin, big Maya Cronin. Cronin sets it up well. Bannon out to Fintan O'Sullivan. James Rochford sets it up again. Bannon, O'Riordan, Paddy O'Toole. O'Toole brought down inside his own 22. Dave O'Connell driving forward. Great drive there by O'Connell. Great support by Ronan O'Sullivan. O'Riordan pops it this time to Fintan O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan makes good ground there. Out to Bannon. Inside to Sam Burns. Burns does very well there. Gets to the halfway line. Bannon, O'Riordan. O'Riordan this time puts the boot to it and it bounces into touch. O'Riordan made the right decision there. They were out of room. No space. Too near the touchline. And a good kick by O'Riordan brings play just outside the Navan 22. Navan, David Clark to put into the line out. Navan line out's been good so far. Looking for Noonan, goes over his head. Bannon on the break. Bannon breaks the first tackle. Taken by McIntaggart. Coomey, Dave O'Connell. O'Connell sets it up. Coomey again playing scrum half. O'Riordan, Dorgan on the charge. Bannon there again, out to O'Riordan. O'Riordan, little dink through. And good defending there. Referee says it's a goal line dropout. Colin O'Neill almost made it there for Highfield. but good defence by Rory Gordon. So, goal line dropout. Ben Daly for Navan. The wind to his back, so he can go for distance. Clears it way downfield. Sam Burns. Burns, the middle of the pitch. Goes for the little kick ahead and goes down. Referee says no. No penalty. Burns stayed down. Referee was very emphatic that it was no penalty, but Sam Burns seems to have made contact with somebody there because he is lying on the ground. Chris Bannon asking the ref, but I think the referee was quite close to the incident and is not awarding the penalty. So after 14 minutes of the game, Highfield leads 7 points to 0. Anybody's game so far. Very good conditions for rugby. Dry, bright day. And the wind at the moment favouring Navan. And Burns is okay. He's received attention. The referee's having a word with the touch judge. And the game continues with a line out to Highfield. About 2 metres outside the Navan 22, Travis Coomey. Windy day, hard for the thrower, well taken by Fenton O'Sullivan. Out to Cathal Gallagher. Gallagher. Paddy O'Toole. O'Toole back to O'Riordan. O'Riordan finds Burns on the burst, and Burns shows great pace there, coming through for his second try of the game. And again, Highfield, a successful line out, well taken by Fenton O'Sullivan, and the ball through the hands of the backs, and Burns, with that electric pace of his, hitting the line just right, slice through the defence and score to the left of the posts. So Highfield lead at the moment 12-0, and Shane O'Riordan into the wind with the right foot for the conversion. Wind, if anything, blowing across the posts from his left to right. O'Riordan makes no mistake. Into the wind. Good conversion. So after 16 minutes of the game, Highfield lead 14 points to 0. Both tries scored by fullback Sam Burns. Both converted by number 10, Shane O'Riordan. And as I say, great day for running rugby. The kick-off, again, this time, again, Daly goes deep. O'Riordan returns it and finds his touch just on the halfway. Fast put in, out to Ryan, out the line. Fullback Paddy Fox comes across the out half. Ben Daly makes a great run, looks inside. Number 4, Owen Jackson, brought down. Kavanagh, Ryan, the ball popped and well held there by McIntaggart. Goes for the long pass there too. Van der Wever, strong man. Held up. Thrown into the big number 5 Jackson. Sets it up. Kavanagh. Out to Ben McIntaggart. Navan. Set it up again. This time to Owen Noonan. Well tackled. Kavanagh looking to go McGoey. This time they keep it in the pack. Owen King. Kavanagh comes right this time. Finds Dixon. Dixon held up. Kavanagh again. This time finds Owen King. Referee says it is a tackle. Kavanagh out the line. Daly kicks it through. And referee says no penalty. And it's a 22. Ben Daly tapped it through. Called for obstruction, referee not interested. And before Chris Bannon can take the quick 22 dropout, we're called back for attention to one of the Navan players. Alex McGoey. Prop Alex McGoey there, receiving some attention. Looks like a bit of shoulder trouble. In a bit of discomfort. And Navan number 1, Alex McGoey. And it looks like there's going to have to be a change. And Alex McGoey is going to be replaced by number 19, Evan Gordon. So change on the Navan side. Number 1, Alex McGoey, replaced by number 19, Evan Gordon. And Shane O'Riordan to take the 22 dropout for Highfield. Puts it high in the air, hangs it beautifully for his forwards. And knock on. Unlucky there. Unlucky to substitute. Evan Gordon just on the pitch. And his first touch, still cold from the touchline, from being on the touchline. Unfortunately for him, knocked it on. Scrum to Highfield. Chris Bannon to put in. And Navan have rejuggled their pack, putting Lee Jackson into the front row, with Gordon coming in a wing forward. Pressure on the scrum from Navan, but Highfield get it out of there. O'Toole, and unluckily for O'Toole, that one goes straight into touch. So line out, taken quickly, and unfortunately the quick line out doesn't work out for Navan. A foot in touch there by wing Rory Gordon. So we'll resume with the line out for Highfield. After that slightly scrappy passage of play, Highfield just outside their own 22. And Travis Coomey again finds Fenton O'Sullivan. Good throw, good catch. Well set up by the Highfield pack. Trying to get a bit of a momentum here. And they're still moving. That's good work by the Highfield pack. That's a good maul. They've made 5, 10 metres. And they reorganise and keep going. Dorgan under pressure there. And knock on by centre Evan Dixon. Referee says to deliberate. Penalty to Highfield. That relieves a bit of pressure there. Chris Bannon under a bit of pressure at the back of that maul. But Shane O'Riordan this time drills it into the wind and finds a good touch. just outside the 10-metre line in the Navan half. Highfield still lead after 23 minutes. Highfield still lead 14 points to nil. 2 tries from fullback Sam Burns, both converted by out half Shane O'Riordan. And Highfield lineout has been very good. Travis Coomey again finds O'Sullivan. Sullivan very reliable there for the lineout. Cronin out to Dorgan from Bannon. Dorgan, very strong run again from Dorgan. Bannon. Ball appeared to slip from his grasp there. Dave O'Connell takes up the scrum half duties. Carl Gallagher sets it up again. Bannon. O'Riordan. Burns into the line again. Burns at that great pace. Out to Luke Kingston. Kingston is in. And again, excellent work from the line out by Highfield. And a brilliant interjection again by Burns from fullback. Paved the way for number 11, Luke Kingston, to score Highfield's 3rd try of the match with just over 24 minutes gone in the game. Highfield now lead 19 points to nil with 2 tries from fullback Sam Burns and 1 from Luke Kingston on the wing. Left winger Luke Kingston gets the 3rd try. And now O'Riordan. Again, on the day that's in it, not an easy kick. Wind against him and slightly across the pitch. But O'Riordan has a mighty boot on him. If anything, the wind will pull it towards the right-hand post. This time, the touch judge's flags stay down. It just strayed to the right at the very end. So Highfield still lead 19 points to nil. After 25 minutes, they've scored 3 tries. And when it gets out to that Highfield back line, with Sam Burns coming into the line, they look very, very dangerous on a perfect day for running rugby. The pitch is bone dry. And it's a beautiful sunny day. Again, the long kickoff taken by Bannon. O'Riordan this time doesn't find his touch. His opposite number, Daly, is under it. Daly, surrounded by Highfield players here, finds his hooker, David Clark. Clark is under pressure there from Cronin and Fitzgerald. Out the line to the big number 8, Ryan. Still on the halfway line. Van der Wever charging into the line. Held up. Taken on by McGoey. Kavanagh. Nice little chip through by Daly. Bounces past Sam Burns and a fine score there by fullback Paddy Fox for Navan. Dainty little chip through by Ben Daly. The bounce eluded fullback Sam Burns, and his opposite number Paddy Fox swooped in to gather the ball and score by the posts. First try of the game for Navan. After 27 minutes of the game, Highfield lead 19 points to 5. And Ben Daly, who created that try with a lovely little dink through, will look to add the conversion points, bring Navan right back into the game. And he duly converts. Conversion by Ben Daly. So the score is now 19 points to 7. Highfield lead. Clever dink through there by Ben Daly. Set up the try for fullback Paddy Fox and converted by Daly. So 19 points to 7. will be looking to build on that. Highfield won't be happy with that. But it was an excellent piece of play by the Navan number 10. So we'll resume with Shane O'Riordan to do the kick-off for Highfield. Into the wind. O'Riordan hangs it up there. Kingston is up to tackle Ryan. Ryan sets it up. And Kavanagh setting it up for the box kick. And again, not great distance. Called by Bannon. Comes back to Cronin. Highfield have the advantage of a scrum here, but Cronin tidied it up well. Bannon, this time he does a lovely little box kick. Lovely little chip, and it just eludes Luke Kingston. The ball is in the hands of Evan Gordon. Evan Gordon sets it up. Out to the big number 8, Ryan. Kavanagh, back to Daly. Daly with the long kick. Taken there by O'Riordan. O'Riordan having a look. Decides not to kick. Sidesteps. Finds Bannon. Bannon injects pace. Burns. We know this guy's got loads of pace. And away goes Burns. This time he finds O'Toole. And Paddy O'Toole scores a super score there in the corner. Great play there from the Highfield backline. Chris Bannon injecting great pace. Burns coming in. But the referee has called it back. Called it back. It must have been a forward pass. No try. Try is disallowed. There may have been a forward pass there. And disappointment for Paddy O'Toole. But encouraging signs there of what the Highfield backline can do with ball in hand. O'Riordan deciding to run from inside, deep inside his own half. Bannon injecting some super pace. Burns dangerous as always, and O'Toole was there to finish. But obviously there was a forward pass there about 5 metres inside the Navan 22. So we'll resume at a scrum to Navan. Disappointment for O'Toole, relief for Navan. So scrum to Navan. Right out by the touchline, over there on the far side of the pitch. About 10 metres inside their own 22. Kavanagh with the put in. Bit of pressure from Highfield this time. And Highfield get the penalty this time. No, they don't. Highfield penalised for pushing across the scrum. And Rochford pleading his case with the referee. And maybe pleading it too strenuously. Referee not having any of that. Daly looks for space. Referee calls it back. Referee not happy. Wants it taken from the mark. Good idea by Daly again, using the wind. Spotted the gap in the defence. But referee not happy with where he started from. So back to the mark. 32 minutes on the clock. Highfield 19, Navan 7. And Daly, this time from the mark, will look for touch. And finds touch just inside the Highfield half. Tempo. So David Clark will put into the line out for Navan. As I say, just about a metre inside the Highfield half. And this one goes loose. Set up there. Comes out the big number 5, Lee Jackson. Sets it up. Kavanagh Van de Bever comes out. Lovely pass there by Daly. The full back. Fox. Taken by the number 7, McIntaggart. Out to Conor Hand. Well tackled there. And the referee stops play. We have an injury. So play will resume at a scrum to Navan as we get some attention for scrum half. Keith Kavanagh. Kavanagh in a bit of pain there. We need some attention. And Navan fullback Paddy Fox also requiring some attention. And Highfield make a change with number 6, Ronan O'Sullivan, being replaced by number 18, Owen Keating. So I would imagine that Keating will go into the second row and Dave O'Connell will go to number 6. So the water goes on. We have 35 minutes on the clock, but there have been a few stoppages, so the referee will probably go over the 40. Kavanagh still receiving attention. Actually, it's Fox, I beg your pardon. Paddy Fox is still on the ground, receiving attention. So 35 minutes on the clock. Highfield lead 19 points to 7, having scored 3 tries to Navan's 1. Navan's try scored by Paddy Fox, who's receiving attention at the moment. Converted by Ben Daly, number 10. Highfield with 2 tries for number 15, Sam Burns, and 1 for number 11, Luke Kingston, and 2 conversions from Shane O'Riordan, leading 19 points to 7. And a bit of concern about Fox there. Received quite a bit of attention. Scrum half Kavanagh seems to be fine. So like I say, perfect conditions for rugby. Dry and sunny. The wind behind Navan, and Fox is fit to continue. Goes back to his position, and we resume with a scrum to Navan, right on the halfway line. And Navan have had a little superiority in the scrums. They've got 2 scrum penalties. So Highfield will be hoping to put a bit of pressure on the Navan scrum on this occasion. Kavanagh with the put in. Good solid scrum again by Navan. Kavanagh finds Daly. Daly goes across the pitch, looks for the long pass. Good tackle there by Colin O'Neill. Kavanagh looks to his forwards this time. The ball goes loose. Scrappy bit of play there. Navan retained the ball. Owen King. Passed out to Ben McIntaggart. Kavanagh finds Daly. Daly passing back to the big number 13. Dixon. Dixon sets it up. Kavanagh. Kavanagh knocked it on. He's not happy with himself. And good defence there by Highfield Sam Burns. And attention needed for Highfield's Dara Fitzgerald out there in the middle of the field. Both teams taking in the water. 38 minutes on the clock. Fitzgerald looks like he needs some attention out there. This time of year with the ground hard, dry conditions can lead to more injuries. The game being played at a good pace. Fitzgerald back on his feet. But he's coming off to be replaced by Mick Delan. Highfield number 17 Mick Delan replaces number 3 Dara Fitzgerald. And Delan's first introduction is a scrum. So Delan straight off the bench. Now scrumming down with Travis Coomey and James Rochford. And the put in will be by Chris Bannon after the knock on by his opposite number, Kavanagh. And penalty for an early push, very obvious early push. Cronin pops the ball out, well taken by Kingston. Bannon, O'Connell. O'Connell's well tackled. And hands on the ground there. Hands on the ground. Referee right on the spot. Owen King caught red-handed, going after that one on the ground. Penalty Highfield. Referee right on the spot. And Shane O'Riordan to take us into the Navan half. O'Riordan into the wind. Gets good distance. O'Riordan has a mighty right boot on him. Brings us deep into the Navan half. A couple of metres outside the 22. Now, Highfield have had great success from good line outs so far. So Coomey again finds Fintan O'Sullivan. Cronin gives it to Bannon, out to O'Riordan. This time Paddy O'Toole's pass taken by Dixon. Navan secure possession. Kavanagh out to Daly. It goes loose. Taken by Delan. The big prop goes forward. Bannon, O'Riordan, Dorgan, O'Neill. Colin O'Neill does very well there from the wing. Bannon, Rochford, good drive by Rochford over the 22. Bannon, O'Riordan. O'Riordan pulls it back for Burns. Burns again, and this guy's got some pace, but no, the referee says there's crossing. Crossing, just as Burns was heading for his hat-trick. That Highfield backline threatens every time they get the ball, but crossing spoils Burns' hat-trick attempt there. So, Kavanagh goes for length. Burns takes it. Looks inside to Bannon. Bannon up to heading towards the halfway. O'Toole did very well to get out of the tackle there. Cronin. Maya Cronin. Good drive forward by Cronin. Bannon. Rochford. Hands to big Fintan O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan makes the break up the middle himself. Breaks 3 tackles. Rochford is there again. Burns. That's great handling by the big prop. And Highfield have got the penalty. So free play. Ball's put through. And Kingston. Unfortunately for Kingston, it just eludes his grasp. He was over the line. The bounce beat him. So Highfield have got the penalty for not rolling away. And O'Riordan will take us into the corner. And like I say, anytime the ball goes through that Highfield backline, they look very dangerous. But great work there from Fintan O'Sullivan, the second row. James Roch for the prop. Great hands. Great attacking play. And the kick went out dead, so we're called back for a scrum to Navan. Disappointing there for Highfield. Would have been a great attacking position. So Navan have the opportunity to clear their lines. 44 minutes on the clock, but the referee will definitely add to clock time because of all the stoppages. A solid scrum from Navan. This time it's against the head. Cronin, Bannon, back inside to Gallagher. And great defence there. It's out to Daly. Another delicate little chip, but this one unfortunately runs out of play. Burns thought about the fast one. And the game has gone quite loose. A lot of ball being thrown around. Possibly both teams need to steady things down a bit. Both trying to play rugby and trying to run the ball as much as they can. But it's led to a couple of handling errors and a couple of silly mistakes by both teams. So, halfway between the 22 and the 10-metre line, Travis Coomey, I beg your pardon, to put in for Highfield. Coomey, O'Connell, it goes through his hands. Good work there by Daly. Daly. Well tackled by Dorgan. And Dorgan held on to him. Good break there by Van der Wever. Driven forward again by McGoey. Kavanagh. Daly. And that one goes loose. Taken by Colin O'Neill for Highfield. Bannon has a look around. Finds Dave O'Connell. O'Connell, always a willing carrier for Highfield. And this time, penalty for not releasing in the tackle. Tackler never released, so Highfield will be relieved to get the chance to clear their lines. And we have 46 minutes on the clock, but there has been quite a bit of stoppage this half. And you can see the strength of the wind there with O'Riordan with that kick. Not his best kick, but it's screwed into touch. So we'll resume with Highfield line out. About 10 metres outside their own 22. And Coomey goes for O'Connell again. Robbed in the middle there by Noonan. And Gordon gets himself into a bit of a trouble there. Out to O'Riordan. O'Riordan checks inside. Nice break by O'Riordan. O'Riordan strong on the ball. Sets it up. Bannon. O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan well tackled there. Bannon again. This time outside to Burns. Burns sets it up. Bannon. O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan into space. And gets to ground. Bannon again. O'Riordan. O'Riordan finds Paddy O'Toole. O'Toole a long pass to Cronin. Cronin offloads to O'Neill. Bannon again. Comes aside to O'Connell. And we have Stop and play. An injury there on the far touchline. One of the Navan players obviously in a bit of distress, and Highfield make a change with number 19 Eddie Earl replacing number 7 Cathal Gallagher. And play held up there for an injury. Looks like a hand injury, but a penalty to Highfield for a high tackle. And Reardon pops it into touch. Great attacking position here for Highfield. The wind has just gusted up a little.
Someone go down forward. Yeah. Here. Connect, William, tight.
So Travis Crumey with the put in. Finds O'Sullivan. Highfield drive. The maul is on the move. Well defended by Navan. But they have given away the penalty. Dorgan checks back inside. Sets it up. Bannon finds Delan. Delan goes to ground. Bannon knocked it on, so we'll go back for the penalty. Penalty Highfield. And they'll have another chance to set up that line-out maul. As I say, we've played 50 minutes by the clock, but there has been a lot of stoppage, so we're on referee's time. Score still 19 points to 7, Highfield lead. And Shane O'Riordan taps it into touch there, about 5 metres out from the Navan line. Kumi, well taken by O'Sullivan there, and Highfield get the drive. That's a good drive by the Highfield pack. Still moving. And Maya Cronin at the back of that gets the try. 4th try for Highfield, scored by number 8 Maya Cronin. Highfield, after a couple of unsuccessful attempts at the line-out maul, got it working that time, and Cronin had an easy job to touch down behind the pack as they drove over the line. So Highfield now lead 24-7. And they've got their bonus point try, which they would have really been hoping to get at this stage of the season, with an important fixture away to St. Mary's next week. Now, this is not an easy kick for Shane O'Riordan. The wind has just come up, a spit of rain in the air. Right-footed kicker from the right-hand side, gives it a thump, and unluckily for him, came off the upright. So, referee blows for half-time, and Highfield lead 24 points to 7, with tries from Sam Burns, who got 2, Luke Kingston, number 11 Luke Kingston, and number 8 Maya Cronin. So 4 tries with 2 conversions from out half Shane O'Riordan. Gives us 24 to the 1 try and 1 conversion for Navan. That try scored by fullback Paddy Fox, with a conversion by out half Ben Daly. Now the weather has taken a bit of a turn here. There's a grey sky coming over us. I think we may be going to get some rain. Perfect conditions all through the first half. May not be the same to the end of the game. And just to remind again that today's game has been streamed thanks to the generous support of our sponsors, Jim McCoy of Perfect Reception, Ireland's leading hotel call provider. They make sure that Irish hotels never miss a call. If you'd like to know more about Perfect Reception, why not check in their website at www.reception.ie. And again, we'd like to thank our club sponsors, STS, Liam Lenihan in particular, because over recent years this group have been hugely supportive of the club, and we'd like to express our appreciation of this support. Again, very warm welcome to all our club members and friends based away from home. Many joining us from all over the globe. You're all very welcome. And if you'd like to play your part in supporting the club, why not play the club lotto online on the website www.highfieldrfc.ie. You could be in with a chance of winning from just €2 per week. This would be a great help and some much needed funding for our club. And the lotto jackpot will be €5,300 this week. And Highfield will be happy to hold on to second place in the league to ensure a home draw in the semi-finals. At the moment, they're 1 point ahead of Shannon and 4 ahead of Naas, who are in 4th place. Next week's opponents are St Mary's, who are 7 points behind Highfield in 5th place. Shannon are away to Banbridge today, Naas are away to Malone, and St Mary's are away to table-toppers Old Wesley. So next week, Highfield travel to St Mary's, and Naas are at home to Old Belvedere, and Shannon will be home to league leaders Old Wesley. Semi-finals will be played on Saturday 23rd of April, and the final is set for Saturday 30th of April. So Highfield's next league game, next Saturday, 9th of April, against St Mary's, up in Templeville Road. And the rain has just arrived here at Woodleigh Park. So the second half, conditions may be very different to those of the first half. So Highfield, as we look to start the second half, Highfield will be happy that they've got the bonus point, 4th try. Leading 24-7. And it's Navan to kick off. Number 10, Ben Daly. And this half, Highfield will have the wind in their favour. So, Daly to kick into the wind. Referee gets us underway. So Daly, good kick off, taken by O'Connell. O'Connell sets it up.
Smash it, smash it, smash it!
Highfield moving it forward. And they're driving far, great drive there by the Highfield pack. right up to halfway and over halfway. That's a superb drive by Highfield. And Bannon makes the break. Great work there by the Highfield pack. And penalty Highfield. Get the reward. And the player who killed the play there, Evan Gordon, receives a yellow card from the referee. Great drive there by the Highfield pack. Forced the penalty, not rolling away. And O'Riordan, with the assistance of the wind, finds touch halfway, just inside the 22. About 10 metres inside the 22, setting Highfield up in a good attacking position. Meanwhile, Navan prop Owen King receiving some attention. And he's been replaced by number 17, Ronan Hannon. So Ronan Hannon goes in for the injured Owen King. Looks in a bit of discomfort there. Looks like it could be an ankle injury. Great drive there by the Highfield pack. Good take from the kickoff by David O'Connell. And great drive by the pack. Great break by Captain Chris Bannon. Puts them on the front foot. And here we have a line out. About 5 metres inside the 22. Coomey finds O'Sullivan. That combination has worked very well in the line out for Highfield. The Highfield move it forward again. The Highfield pack take it on. They drive again. That's excellent work by the pack. What a maul. And now they head for the line. And Coomey dives over. That was superb work by the Highfield pack. And hooker Travis Coomey had a simple task with no one in front of him. Simply drop over the line. Super work there by the Highfield pack. A great line-out maul. And again, Coomey and O'Sullivan can take great credit for their line-out work. So 29 points to 7. That try by Travis Coomey. The 5th try for Highfield. The pack looked really good there. Got a really good head of steam up in that maul. And Shane O'Riordan, this time wind to his back, will look to convert that 5th Highfield try scored by hooker Travis Coomey. O'Riordan with the right foot. Makes no mistake. So Highfield now lead 31 points to 7 with 5 tries on the board. And forwards coach Dave Lee will be very pleased with that score. His pack getting up a great head of steam, driving that maul right across the line. So Daly kicks off. O'Connell again takes the kickoff. And Highfield again get motoring in the pack. Mick Delan sets it up. Taken on again by Fintan O'Sullivan. Bannon. O'Riordan. O'Riordan puts the boot to it. Low this time. Bouncing. Difficult ball there for McIntaggart. Tackled by his opposite number, Kingston. Just inside the 22. Kavanagh. Back to Hannon. Sets it up. Kavanagh again. This time to his out half, Daly. Daly running across the pitch. Dummies. Sets it up to McAleese. Well tackled. O'Sullivan drives over. That's great. Great driving by Fintan O'Sullivan. Highfield still putting a lot of pressure on that. Popped out there by Daly. McGoey, well tackled. Sets it up. Kavanagh. Daly. Daly looking for McIntaggart. Out to Dixon. Still inside their 22. Looking to the big number 4, Noonan. Held up, still inside the 22. Popped by Ryan. Taken very well there by Ben McIntaggart. And interfering with the scrum half. Van de Vever takes a quick one. Gets it up to the 10-metre line. Thrown out there by McIntaggart. Good clean out there by Navan Pack, but Highfield counter ruck. And that's great work by Highfield. Eddie Earl. Great counter ruck there by the Highfield Pack. Earl, O'Connell, pops it to Delan. Delan stopped in his tracks but sets it up. Burns looking for a gap. Almost found one. Sets it up. Bannon, O'Riordan, Coomey, Travis Coomey. And again, Highfield. Penalty for offside to Highfield. Almost intercepted there. Almost intercepted there by Evan Dixon. But O'Riordan finds his touch. So Highfield leads 31 points to 7. Well on top now in this game. About 7 minutes into the second half.
Keep taking him off, take it off.
So we have a line out right on the 22. Travis Coomey with the throw. This time goes for Dave O'Connell. Down to Big Maya Cronin. Cronin on the burst. Penalty Highfield. Again, not rolling away. Another excellent lineup by Highfield. Great carry by Cronin. And Shane O'Riordan again will look to the corner. So Highfield will have another great attacking opportunity here. A couple of meters out from the Navan line. And their line out maul has been very successful. And they've made great use of line out possession right through the game. So Coomey, who's been very accurate in his throwing, we'll be hoping to repeat the performance here. So Coomey again finds O'Sullivan. Super take by O'Sullivan. This time the ball falls, but Cronin cleans it up. Keating drives it forward. Highfield keeping it in the pack for the moment. Delan. And it was knocked on. Scrum for Navan. About 2 meters out from their line. Highfield Pack a bit frustrated with that. Bit frustrated, but still in a very strong attacking position here. And another injury on the Navan side. I think it's second row, Owen Noonan needs a little bit of attention. Highfield with 5 tries, 2 for Sam Burns, 1 for Luke Kingston, 1 for Travis Cooney, 1 for Maya Cronin. Lead 31 points to 7. Navan's single try coming from fullback Paddy Fox, converted by out half Ben Daly. And the sun has reappeared here at Woodleigh Park as the game gets underway again with a scrum to Navan. Scrum half Keith Kavanagh to put in. Scrum rolls around a little, and the referee again penalises scrum half Chris Bannon for going offside. Navan run it out the line. Dixon brought to ground. Set up by Hannon. Out the line to Daly. Daly looking for Dixon. Taken again by Noonan. Back to McIntaggart, Ben McIntaggart. And great work there by Eddie Earl. Earl getting over the ball. Great jackal. Penalty to Highfield. Right in front of the post, middle of the pitch. And Highfield introduced Colm O'Reilly, or sorry, I beg your pardon, Navan introduced Colm O'Reilly, number 20. Replacing number 11, Sean McIntaggart. And Shane O'Riordan finds his touch. Sets up another good attacking position for Highfield. And they'll hope to do a bit better than last time, when they lost the ball in front of the posts. The lineouts have been very successful, have led to a number of scores. So, Travis Coomey will be hoping to continue with that accuracy in the throw. Coomey finds O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan brought down in the air, so penalty. Penalty to Highfield. Goes out the line to Paddy O'Toole. Into Mark Dorgan. Lost possession in the contact, so we go back for the penalty. O'Sullivan interfered with in the air. But Coomey and O'Sullivan have been having a very good afternoon in the line-out. So O'Riordan and Bannon, after a chat with the ref, decide he'll take us back to the corner, and we're about 5 metres out from the line. Another line out to Highfield. Coomey. O'Sullivan again. Sullivan sets it up. The Highfield pack organising themselves for the drive. The ball has gone loose. Great rob there. Great work by Navan. Great work by the Navan pack. And the big number 4, Noonan, came away with it. Now Navan are on the run. Van der Wever. And that's a very important tackle by Travis Coomey. Out the line. O'Reilly sends it out. Penalty to Navan is the play. Daly. Daly going across the pitch. And big tackle there by Rochford. Stops that attack. And a nice little kick through by O'Reilly. And the ball rolls forward off the foot. So we come back for a penalty to Navan. Penalty to Navan. Not rolling away. And there have been a number of not rolling away offences by both sides.
We just make sure if possible subs, both sides felt subs need to be sitting down. There should be 3 in the box.
And the referee sorting out the sub situation. And we'll resume with penalty to Navan. And Colm O'Reilly will look to find touch. 55 minutes on the clock. O'Reilly finds his touch. Halfway between the halfway line and the Highfield 22. So, changes on the Highfield side. Robert Murphy replaces Travis Coomey at hooker. Kavanagh out. O'Reilly out the line. Taken forward by the forwards. Good drive there by Cronin. Great pressure. Great counter ruck by Cronin. And this one is kicked straight into the hands of Darragh Fitzgerald. And Fintan O'Sullivan. Fintan O'Sullivan is bundled into touch. And man down. So Evan Dixon can't take the fast throw in. So the game has gone into a bit of a lull. Highfield lead 31 points to 7. There's been plenty of running rugby. And Highfield with 5 tries to Navan's 1. And while Keith Kavanagh is recovered, got some attention there. So Clark with the throw in. Well taken by O'Sullivan. Delan going forward. Well tackled by Ryan. Out the line, Darragh Fitzgerald. Well taken there by Paddy O'Toole. And that is some handling there by Sam Burns. And a second try for Luke Kingston. Fantastic take by Paddy O'Toole there in the middle of the field. Great handling. Burns juggled with the ball. But again, that electric pace by fullback Sam Burns meant that he carved open the defence and left Luke Kingston with an easy finish. So Highfield lead 36-7. And Highfield have introduced David O'Sullivan, number 20, for Colin O'Neill, number 14. So, Shane O'Riordan attempting to convert Highfield's 6th try of the game. He has the distance, but it drifts across the posts. So, after 59 minutes of the game, Highfield have scored 6 tries and now lead 36 points to 7. And their line-out has been particularly successful today. Some excellent mauling, but some excellent back play as well. Kick off, well contested there by Navan. Knocked back by Lee Jackson. It comes back out now to Ronan Hannon. Set up there, good clean out. Comes out to O'Reilly, out the line. Daly is out there, the out half. The ball goes forward. And Luke Kingston. Great feat by Kingston there. Out the line. O'Riordan goes along past to Bannon. Bannon to Ian O'Donoghue, has come on. And unlucky with the inside pass. Unlucky with the inside pass. Ian O'Donoghue. And penalty all the way back across the field there for Highfield. And Ian O'Donoghue has come on the wing. So O'Donoghue, Ian O'Donoghue's come in on the wing here. And Dave O'Sullivan has gone into the centres. And Mark Dorgan has come off. So, Daly, an elusive runner, does very well. The chip ahead, taken by Burns. Burns out to O'Riordan, across to Bannon. Bannon puts the boot to it, looking for the corner. That's going to bounce, it's going to bounce, and it's a super kick by Bannon. That's a super kick by Bannon. Spotted the gap and found the touch. 62 minutes on the clock. Highfield with 36 points up. And 6 tries. We're looking to put a bit of pressure here on the Navan line out. Dave Clark puts it in. Penalty against Highfield for jumping across. And the ref not happy with the fast take there by Keith Kavanagh. Calls it back. And Colm O'Reilly will take the penalty from the mark. And O'Reilly finds touch.
I don't care what way, it's the camera.
Finds touch quite near us here on the commentary box. So, still inside the Navan half. Halfway between the 22 and the 10-metre line. Clark to put in. Clark goes to the back. Bannon takes. Chris Bannon very alert there. Did very well. O'Sullivan playing scrum half. Earl. O'Sullivan. Lovely ball out to... Oh, and Sam Burns displays just how dangerous he is in open play. What a performance there by Burns at full back. His 3rd try of the game. Superb pass there from Paddy O'Toole. And Burns is deadly in open play. 3 tries for Burns. Pushing the score up to 41 points to 7. With the conversion still to come from Shane O'Riordan. Some excellent passing there by Highfield, but super play by fullback Sam Burns, who's so dangerous when he gets any bit of space. And O'Riordan looking to add the conversion points here, and he does so. So Highfield now lead 43 points to 7 after 64 minutes of the game. And this will give them a real boost for their trip to St. Mary's next week. And they have scored 7 tries, 3 of them coming from fullback Sam Burns, 2 from Luke Kingston, number 11, 1 from the number 8, Maya Cronin, and 1 from the hooker Travis Coomey. So O'Reilly gets us underway. And unfortunately, knock on there from the kickoff. Scrum to Navan. And Navan with the rejuggled pack. With number 6, Conor Hand, now playing at number 8. And Keith Kavanagh to put in. A good shunt from the Highfield pack. And Cronin comes out with the ball. O'Riordan. Cross to O'Toole. O'Toole finds Kingston. Burns again. Burns. Kick ahead this time. Well read by Ben McIntaggart. Out the line from O'Reilly. Daly. Daly running out of options there. Looks for space. Finds Dixon. Back to Ryan. Knocked on there by Lee Jackson. Coming on the burst. Unlucky. Slipped from his grasp. And we'll have a scrum to Highfield. About 5 metres out from the Navan 22. Quite a good attacking position. Almost in the centre of the pitch. Highfield leading 43 points to 7. We've got 67 minutes on the clock. And Highfield will be looking to produce a good attacking play from this scrum in a very good position. They've loaded this side of the field. Only Luke Kingston on the far side of the scrum. And Bannon overran the ball there, and Kavanagh got his hands on it, even though the Highfield scrum was going forward. Kavanagh, and this time penalty. Penalty Highfield, or penalty against Highfield. And referee has called scrum half Bannon. Highfield captain. And having a word with him. Referee explaining his decision. Sends the Highfield captain back. And quick tap there by Daly, out the line. Dixon, big strong man, driven back. He's out the line. McIntaggart. That's a good tackle there. Coomey back on the pitch. Kavanagh. Out to Hand. And Cronin. Cronin very strong there. Came out with that ball. Delan playing scrum half. Bannon. Bannon. Ball went forward. Or went backwards, I beg your pardon. Bent backwards, so Navan secured the possession. Kavanagh. Out the line. Van de Vever. Well tackled by Cronin. Maya Cronin's put in some shift today for Highfield. Kavanagh. Daly. Daly with the long pass. Gordon. That's a great line. Super line there by Dixon. Out the line again. McIntaggart puts the head down and drives forward into the Highfield half. Comes out the line to Daly. Daly finds Van de Vever. Well tackled by O'Sullivan. Ball breaks loose. Kavanagh reacts well. Sets it up. O'Reilly. Hannon. Hannon. Fitzgerald tackles. Kavanagh, this time he goes a little dink ahead. Bannon is there covering. Bannon looks back inside, finds O'Toole. O'Toole finds O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue looking for Burns. And this is the danger man, Burns. Back inside to Cronin, out to Luke Kingston. Kingston, great run by Kingston. He's still going. Amazing run across the pitch. The hand trip stops him. But a Dave O'Connell, the big second row, shows a great turn of pace there to go in under the posts and scores Highfield's 8th try. Big Dave O'Connell showing great fitness and pace there at this stage of the game. Getting Highfield's 8th try of the match. Fantastic mazy run there by wing Luke Fitzgerald, by Luke Kingston. Fantastic mazy run. And O'Connell in support got his reward for keeping up with the play and showed great turn of pace to run in under the posts for Highfield's 8th try. Highfield 48-3 and Shane O'Riordan makes it 50. So 50 points to 7. 50 points to 7. Shane O'Riordan adding the conversion. Highfield with 8 tries on the board. It's a great morale booster for next week's trip away to St. Mary's. And gives them great confidence now going into the playoffs. So we're waiting for a ball. 72 minutes on the clock. So 50 points to 7. As I say, 72 minutes on the clock. And Colm O'Reilly to get us started for Navan. It's a good kick-off. Tap back. And Owen O'Reilly sets it up. Kavanagh. Jackson out the line. Dixon. Daly's out there. Pops it out to Gordon. Taken by Kingston. Ball's bobbing around a bit there now. Settles it down. Cronin plays scrum half. Rob O'Sullivan makes a great run there. Sets it up. Cronin again. O'Connell. Dixon nailed him very, very well there in open play. But Bannon's able to get it to O'Riordan. O'Riordan goes with the boot. Spots the gap. Heading for the touchline. Daly back there. What will he do from here? Nice sidestep. Daly on the run here. Nice run. Gets it out to Hannon. Hannon over the halfway line. Kavanagh. Out the line to Daly. Out the wing to Evan Gordon. And penalty. Penalty, Navan. And Dave O'Sullivan. Dave O'Sullivan given a yellow card by the referee. And he changes it to a red. So disappointing end to the game there for Dave. The Highfield crowd over there, of course, disputing that decision by the referee. But it's not going to change. And Highfield now down to 14 men. 75 minutes on the clock. 50 points to 7 in front. Kavanagh to number 8, Ryan. Pops it inside. And a knock on. Knock on. Keating made the tackle. Big Owen Keating. Very important tackle there. Inside his own 22. Highfield get the scrum. So 50 points to 7 they lead. Clock reading just over 75 minutes. The referee may add time for stoppage onto that. So Highfield down to 14 men. Let's see how they'll do. Scrum is solid. Scrum is going forward. Bannon. Sam Burns. Burns is very dangerous in these situations. He's away again. Burns looking for his options. Steps again. Pops it inside. And there goes Coomey. Travis Coomey gets the try. A superb score for Highfield there. 14 men. But again, Burns showing just how dangerous he is in open play. Sets up Travis Coomey's second try of the game. And that puts the score to Highfield 55, Navan 7. And dry conditions, dry ball, suiting an elusive runner like Sam Burns down to the ground. He's been almost unstoppable today in open play. And great work there by Coomey at this stage of the game. Great support and deserved his score. And Shane O'Riordan to add the conversion points, which he does. Highfield now lead 57 points to 7. 57 points to 7. Nine tries for Highfield, 1 for Navan. 57 points to 7, they lead. 77 minutes on the clock. And this will be a great boost to Highfield going into the playoffs. And Navan have stuck to their guns. O'Toole with the kickoff. Bannon calls. This time the pass runs out of his hands. O'Donoghue sets it up well. Bannon. Fitzgerald. Rob O'Sullivan. Nice little burst by him. Out the line to O'Toole. O'Toole. This time Kingston is tackled well. And the penalty goes to Navan. Quick tap penalty. Gordon stopped short of the line, and Highfield get the penalty. Bannon takes it quickly, and he's driven backwards. And again a penalty, this time to Navan. And a scrappy piece of play. Scrappy piece of play there. Both sides involved in a bit of handbags. Referee needs to have a word. And we'll resume with a penalty to Navan. About 5 metres out from the Highfield line. 79 minutes on the clock. Highfield leading 57 points to 7, down to 14 men. But have scored 9 tries. So, referee speaking to both captains. Conor Ryan and Kavanagh with the tap penalty. Forwards drive it forward. Comes out this time. to Lee Jackson. But the ball bounces loose. And Dara Fitzgerald, the big prop, shows great feet there. Sidesteps off just outside his own line. Great work by Fitzgerald. Bannon. Bannon. Back to O'Riordan. And there's your final kick of the game. Shane O'Riordan. Highfield will be absolutely delighted with that result. 57 points to 7 wins, scoring 9 tries. That will give them great confidence going forward to their last league game next week up in Templeville Road against St Mary's, and of course going into the playoffs. And just a reminder that they will be happy to remain in second place in the league to ensure a home draw in the semi-finals. Coming into today's game, they were 1 point ahead of Shannon and 4 ahead of Naas, who are in 4th place. Mary's, who they play next week, are 7 points behind Highfield. And depending on results, it looks like it could be Highfield in 2nd place, taking on Shannon in 3rd. But that may change. So, an excellent result for Highfield. 9 tries. Navan were game all the way through the match. Kept up the fight, never gave up. And Highfield will be delighted with that. It's very encouraging. So next week, we're looking for a lot of supporters to go to St Mary's to cheer the team on. And again, we'd just like to thank you all for joining us. We know we have many viewers from all over the globe, and I hope you enjoyed today's display by the Highfield team. A 9 try, 57 points to 7 victory. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you here in the playoffs if Highfield can secure a home game. Thank you again. Oh my God.